Well, it's a good morning already in Kansas City as your Kansas City Chiefs have made a trade for Tennessee Titans star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. Welcome into this special breaking news edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we give you our instant reaction and analysis to this news that the Chiefs fans, Chiefs Kingdom has been waiting for a very long time. We've been speculating for weeks about whether or not the Chiefs were going to make an aggressive move at the wide receiver position, starting with the injury to Hollywood Brown, then the injury to Rashee Rice, and now most recently the injury to Juju Smith-Schuster. Finally, the Chiefs got to a point where they had to do something, and DeAndre Hopkins is the answer they were looking for. The trade compensation to get this deal done includes the Chiefs giving up a conditional fifth-round pick that could turn into a fourth-round pick. We'll have more of those details in the coming days ahead of what exactly those conditions are to get a deal done. But before we go any further in today's show, want to make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Look, folks, I kid you not, I had a little bit of insomnia, and I just happened to be on my phone and see the news. We had a couple guys that were willing to help me get this video out so we could put this out as quickly as possible. Coming at you from my home studio. I should be asleep right now. Instead, here we are, bringing you up-to-the-minute Chiefs coverage. That is why you got to subscribe to the Chiefs Report. We are closing in on 60,000 subscribers on the channel, but we need your help to get there. For the latest happenings on your favorite team, day or night, rain or shine, it doesn't matter. We're bringing you a video like no one else is because we are extremely dedicated to this, and we love talking Chiefs football here on the channel. Sum it up. Help us reach that next milestone. If you can do me a favor just by subscribing as a thank you for us bringing you content, even when I should still be in bed right now, I would certainly appreciate that, and that would go a long way in supporting the work we do here on the program. All right, let's talk more about DeAndre Hopkins now, of what exactly the Chiefs are getting out of DeAndre Hopkins. He spent time with the Houston Texans, with the Arizona Cardinals, and most recently with the Tennessee Titans. And what a career D-Hop has had. A three-time first-team All-Pro from 2017 to 2019, a two-time second-team All-Pro from 2015 to 2020, a five-time Pro Bowler, led the NFL in receiving touchdowns in 2017. His resume is just fantastic. And you think about with DeAndre Hopkins here, just to kind of get perspective on this, he has literally been good everywhere he's been. I don't think it's going to take him time to adapt at all to this Chiefs offense and what they're trying to do. You think about, he had, when he was in Houston, 1,200 yards in 2014, 1,500 yards in 2015, 2017 had 1,300 yards, 1,500 in 2018, and 1,100 in 2019, all in that time in Houston. Goes to the Arizona Cardinals. New scheme, new system, and all that. His first year there, what does he do? 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then he had kind of fallen off. He had been banged up, dealing with injuries, was kind of left for dead, if you will, at Arizona, as they ended up cutting him, making him an unrestricted free agent for anybody to sign. And what does he do last year in Tennessee with a revolving door at the quarterback position that was just a hot mess with the way Tannehill had struggled and Will Levis trying to get his footing and all that? What did he do? He played in all 17 games last year for Tennessee, had over 1,000 yards, 14.1 yards a reception, and 7 touchdowns last year in Tennessee. So when he was put up to his biggest test yet, when push came to shove of, okay, how much do you really have left? How can you deal with this situation? DeAndre Hopkins rose to the occasion. That's the type of player I want on my football team. A guy that rises to the occasion, and that's what DeAndre Hopkins did for Tennessee. So far this season, and again, similar to last year, Tennessee's offense is a mess. 15 catches, 173 yards, and 1 touchdown so far this year. Not bad numbers. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you about what I think he's going to bring to this Chiefs offense. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But I want to hear from you guys first. What is your one-word reaction to the Chiefs getting this trade done for DeAndre Hopkins? My one word is wow. I mean, we've been talking on this program. We had heard the rumblings for the last few weeks that, hey, they missed out on Amari Cooper. They didn't really have a chance on Devontae Adams. And that with the cap situation, they were unlikely to get a big-name receiver. They're probably going to have to settle for a Demarcus Robinson. MVS ends up going to the New Orleans Saints. And I was just sitting here saying, all right, okay, fine. And now here we are. Wow, this is a needle mover. This is huge. What is your one-word reaction? Let us know in the comment section below. All right, so here's the thing. When I look at what the Chiefs are going to do with DeAndre Hopkins here, so one of the things that I have been preaching on this program for the last several weeks is that despite the wide receiver position for Kansas City being a revolving door, that they have the DNA of a championship caliber football team anyway. They run the football well and play great defense. And I don't care if it's 1960 or 2024. That has always been a recipe for success in the National Football League, is doing those two things. And even with Isaiah Pacheco going down, they bring in Kareem Hunt. You got Carson Steele there and Samaje Perine. And the offensive line has done a pretty decent job, and they've continued to run the football well. So I don't think that changes the Chiefs' offense in the sense that, hey, just because you bring in DeAndre Hopkins, that doesn't mean you're going to be throwing the football 40 times a game all of a sudden. You're still going to be a run-first football team. And then, figure out things from there. Running the football to open up the passing game is still going to be this team's calling card. Now, in the said passing game with DeAndre Hopkins, what my expectation is that this opens up the offense a bit. That with DeAndre Hopkins, you have a vertical passing threat. You have a guy that can open up things to allow you to push the football down the field and create plays in that sense. And you think about that, you have that with Xavier Worthy too. So now the Chiefs offense has multiple options to be able to pick their spots and move the football deep down the field and tear these defenses apart. And you can still take advantage of the middle of the field as well with this Chiefs offense here, with having Travis Kelce and Noah Gray and those guys. Now you really get to spread this thing out and test these defenses for all they're worth. You can beat them with the long passing game. You can beat them with the short game in the middle of the field, possession. There's a lot of opportunities to get creative for Andy Reid and this Kansas City Chiefs offense. And just guessing here, I would think that they're going to use DeAndre Hopkins pretty quickly. I would think that this upcoming week, the playbook probably is limited of what D-Hop could do. But by next week, he ought to be at full strength and have a full route tree ready to go of what he could potentially do with this Chiefs offense. So I'm very excited. I think this is huge for this Chiefs team. And a team that, might I add, is undefeated, right? They have, through all the circumstances, they're still winning football games. I have every reason to think, because we haven't seen the Chiefs, I feel, play to their full potential, that despite being undefeated, despite being 6-0, that their best football is still in front of them. And think about this too. One more thing. You're going to get more guys back. Pacheco will be back sooner than later. We'll see what the status is on Juju and get more updates there. But, now you got to figure out what to do about replacing Jalen Watson. That's a whole other story on the defensive side of the ball. But, yeah, you should be thrilled. I think if we were to grade this trade, A, B, C, D, or F, I'm going with an A. Give me your grade in the comments section. Let us know. Subscribe now to the Chiefs Report for the latest happenings on your favorite team all season long here on the channel. And we're certainly going to have a lot of coverage coming up in the coming days to react to this news. Subscribe now. I'm Tyler Jones. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next time.